Hello and welcome back
Mm,
to the Dead Red Herring podcast.
the ASMR version. About 30 minutes where Roland goes.
Penguins.
Maybe some other time.
Yeah, not this time. Anyways,
Enough
we're-
of making the audience uncomfortable, I suppose.
yeah,
Well, enough of it.
there can never be enough.
Joking.
Yeah, well, you know what makes me sad?
Tragedy.
Well, that depends on the tragedy.
Ha, I'm right.
I mean, what's the death of 100 million Ukrainians?
Mere peanuts.
Well, yeah. Fucking commies, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, not that. No. I'm actually thinking about the current state of gaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite saddening.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm thinking about this is we have had several happenings, well, so far this year and a lot of them last year.
Yeah.
For example, the things with microtransactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just been blown way out of proportion in a bad way. We have paying full price for a AAA title and then still being expected to pay for minor things that should be in there already.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Assassin's Creed, to adjust the XP gain.
Yeah.
We have Activision selling a little dot for $1 in
Dot.
yeah, a dot, aiming dot.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
$1
come
in Call of Duty Black Ops and stuff like this.
What are you gonna do next? Charges for the pixels?
Technically, they are, and pay for DLC packs and everything. I mean, nothing against paying for DLC if they are good, like we've already talked about before. Example with the Fallout 4 expansions, DLCs.
Yes.
But, I mean, those are true expansions and stuff like that. No problem. But paying for a fucking dot? Come on!
Greed gone mad.
Yeah. And we have, what else? EA's been fucking up.
As per usual.
Yeah, but every Star Wars title. And they hold...
Yeah.
They're alone in making Star Wars games because they have all the rights to making them. And they just fuck them up. Over and over. We have BioWare going down the drain because, well, we have Anthem coming out and it doesn't really look good. Actually, it looks fantastic, but EA BioWare released a demo and it was like, here, have a go. Let us know what you think. And then they tell us that the economy is going to be totally different. It's going to be...
the mechanic's going to be somewhat different.
Yeah.
The, quote, super different.
Yeah, it's like, sure, it's a demo, but from a demo, they're supposed to demonstrate the features.
Yeah.
Not give us a dumbed-down version of the end product.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like this.
And what else did they say? They said, the demo is not reviewable, or what was it?
They're not expecting people to do reviews on it.
Newsflash, BioWare.
Speaking of making reviews, IGN, they were lying about not lying about the game per se. They did someone from IGN made a Resident Evil 2 remake review, but did not really play the game. And wrote factually wrong things about the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And we have Eurogamer going out on Twitter saying that no, they will not stop with the politics.
Because that's always a good way to go.
Yeah, so the current state of gaming is really sad.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to talk about this time, just how incredibly annoyed I am with all the things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I pay for a AAA title game, what do I expect to get? I expect to get full content from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything that the developer or the publisher wants to add later on, they should do it in a full set DLC.
Mm.
Not like, oh, pay 1,200 atoms to get these PNG images for your emotes. Like in Fallout 76. And Fallout 76, come on!
Once again.
Yeah. Well, in our last episode, I think we mentioned that there was some rumors going on that it was going to go free to play.
Yeah.
I think Bethesda themselves that said that no, there is no plan of doing that, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good for the people who bought the game.
Indeed.
Still, though, I still feel sorry for the people who bought the game because, yeah.
Yeah, it's what you got. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
And also, going back to the Assassin's Creed thing with the experience and all, throttling in games.
Mm.
And in this case, throttling meaning by design slowing the pace of the game for the players, because it's not only Assassin's Creed with the whole experience thing. You have Destiny 2 were making these things as well.
Yeah.
And all in the idea is to throttle gameplay to get the players to buy stuff, to spend money on microtransactions.
It's a cheap goddamn cash grab.
Really cheap.
Yeah.
This is what I expect from mobile games. It's shit that I download from the Play Store.
Well, then I suppose it's not so surprising that these major gaming companies are going mobile, because that seems to be the only thing they can do.
Yeah. And also, it begs the question, who is making the decisions? And I think we already have the answer, and it's the corporate board. It's the high-ups that only thinks that, how can we get more money from this? I have a hard time believing that it's the actual developers going like, how can we get more money from our game?
I'm going to slow down my game so I can get more money.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, no.
And this is going to be the downfall of the big developers.
Yeah.
Or at least the big publishers, I should say.
The big corporate
Yeah. I mean,
publishers.
Today it's more or less that you can have a developer and a publisher being the same. Like Bethesda.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Activision, Blizzard. I mean, a lot of them do both. But I think that when it comes to the publisher side, the bigger they are, the harder they are gonna fall.
Yeah.
Because these are the ones just thinking of how to make more money.
Yeah, they have adopted the corporate mindset of money milking out of this. Yeah, they made an industry out of it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna come with some, money grubbing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna crash and fall because it's not always so adaptable, that mindset of industrializing something.
No.
For games, for example.
Yeah, because we lose the thing that we like about games, and that's the immersion.
Yeah.
The escapism.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't play a game because I wanna...
I'm gonna play this game to jerk off my politics.
Yeah, sort of, that. Or, I go into this game because I wanna have fun, but to have fun I need to pay up. I need to unlock these things which are in the game that I can do in either spending like 2,000 hours to unlock, or I just pay $5 and unlock it directly. That's not really what I'm going into gaming for.
No, that's what arcades are for.
Yeah, and not even that. I mean, arcades are supposed to be a short challenge to test your skill in a certain way or another. Sure, there has been a lot of arcade games that has been just these money grabbing things.
yeah.
But at the same time, it was sort of expected, I guess.
Oh well.
Well, not really. It's just that in hindsight, I mean, 2020 vision. So
everyone's clever in hindsight. Yeah, but when you look at it right now, I suppose it's sort of obvious.
Well, or I should actually rephrase it. It's not that it was expected, but it's not surprising.
Nah. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, mea culpa.
So, yeah. But that's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah. But the whole thing just gets me. It gets my goat going. It really rustles my jimmies.
Dander right up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I guess we can expect a little bit more small indie developers.
I hope so.
If they don't get fucked over by big publishers.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the biggest issue, that big developers or big publishers are just gonna screw them over. Because today, I think the best and brightest hope we have for a sort of renaissance, maybe, of gaming.
Yeah.
It should be looking at the smaller developers.
Yeah.
Because I think that they keep in touch with gamers and fans.
Well, they still have the passion, I would say.
Exactly. They're in it for the game, not the money.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, everyone who is working within the sector, sure, they're after money. But I think the biggest difference is to get paid for the work you do and milk.
Yeah. Milk.
Yeah, I know. To milk for more money. And we have the concept of whales. People who are willing to spend enormous amounts of money on everything related to a title or a game like that. And I think and believe that these are the ones who the big bad corporations are going for.
Yeah.
It's like, again, if we look at Fallout 76, you had the canvas bag, this edition with the helmet and everything, and now they have a leather jacket. You have the rum bottle. These are all just things that you put on the shelf. They have nothing to do with the game itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's merchandise of the brand. So,
exactly, and they want people to buy these so they can get in the extra cash. And yet they still want people to buy microtransactions.
Merchandising.
It's just gone over the top. It's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, to compare, back in the day when there was some kind of special thing coming with or to a game.
Holy fuck.
You wanted to have it because it was special. Today, it's more like, oh, look at the 500 extra merch things that you can buy in connection with this game. Nah, nothing special.
Yeah.
And instead, you get ripped.
Yeah. I mean, we have loot boxes for that.
Yeah, that's a whole different chapter as well.
Yeah.
But because loot boxes, we've been over this a little bit before, at least. But the main problem, I think, with loot boxes is that they go beyond just cosmetics and all, and they become such an important part of the game that you can't really ignore them.
Yeah, exactly. When you rely so much on these random things to make the game playable.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, I really need to get this gun because I see 2 or 3 other players running around having this special gun that I only get from a loot box. And they kick ass and kill me 5 million times. Maybe if I get this, I can be a good player as well. It's a pay-to-win system.
Yeah.
And it's a gamble because even if you do buy the loot box, you don't know what you're gonna get.
I didn't get it. Okay, I'm gonna buy another one. Another one. Oh, yay, jackpot!
Suddenly you have it.
Yeah. And you don't have $500 anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's not far from the truth, though.
$1 per loot box, I suppose.
Also, it reminds me of the guy. It's sort of a meme nowadays, but the guy he's playing Counter-Strike, and he gets the
guy with
CS:GO,
knife. Get a butterfly knife. I got a butterfly knife.
Yeah, and shits himself.
How much was that
$400, I think.
Fucking hell.
And stuff like this, it creates a secondary market.
Yeah.
And well, that's interesting as well, because there has been news that the criminals use Fortnite to launder money.
Oh, dude.
Isn't that interesting?
That is glorious.
Yeah, I know. So it creates more problems than it actually is. I was going to say that it solves, but it doesn't really solve anything. It just makes problems. There's a big difference in having an in-game market and in-game currency. Looking at the old World of Warcraft system, before all the gold farming Chinese fuckers came around. And I fucking hated that, because the moment that you start to trade in-game stuff for real money, you create a secondary market that is gonna fuel inflation within the game's economy, and it just breaks the total balance of the game. Just looking at, for example, in World of Warcraft, in the early times, you could actually get a decent amount of gold by buying and trading on the auction hall. And if you crafted certain items like bags or certain usable items and stuff like that, consumables, you could actually make a quote-unquote living in-game. It flourished with a healthy economy, but then you started seeing people that were selling gold in-game for real currency. And at that point, I mean, instead of actually doing the work you needed by doing quests or getting items and farming stuff, you know,
just go to that guy and he will
exactly.
set you up.
You bought like maybe 1,000 or 10,000 gold from some Chinese asshole, and suddenly you could buy all the extra good stuff. It wasn't a pay to win. Because you could still get all the items in game. But it was
a throttle.
Yeah. And suddenly you had a lot of players having high amounts of currency in game. And other people knew this. So when the ones who had bought gold needed stuff, they just went in and to just clear out in the auction hall. And that made all the prices go up.
Of course.
So
economies 101.
So it's like earlier before this you could go out and harvest or gather certain things that you knew that people needed to either level up their crafting skills or to create consumables. And you could sell them for a certain amount, which was still balanced because you knew that people had so and so much gold. But when someone buys a astronomical amount of gold, they don't really care about what price they pay. So it's like if something costs, for example, it costs 10 gold to get this thing, this one item you needed to do your crafting. Suddenly it could rise to 100 gold. It's great for the one selling it, but it's crap for the one who needs to buy it.
I think about the low-level new guys. Like, holy fuck, that's expensive.
Well, these items usually weren't for the low levels, but it was still, if you were in endgame and you made your daily grinding of either quest
wars.
At this point, I think you had repeatable quests or daily questing. It was
a daily grind, so to speak.
Because they didn't really have it in vanilla, as I remember, but they came in Burning Crusade.
Nice.
At that point, you started to have dailies, and by doing dailies, you got reputation, you got certain amount of gold and stuff like that. So you could actually spend some money to buy the items you needed, unless you wanted to go out and get it yourself, which a lot of times were a real hassle because it was really low drop rate or something like that. But now you could just buy it.
Nice.
So you went to an auction hall and you could buy it for 10 gold. And it might have taken you the whole day to get these 10 gold. So imagine when the price goes up to 100 instead of 10.
It's keyboard smashingly annoying.
So if you weren't someone who bought gold, oh man, you were going to have a hard time.
Upper class twits.
Exactly. And I think to be honest, it was about this time that World of Warcraft started to die because the game was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like this has followed in suit because the microtransaction part is sort of like buying gold. Only that it's the quote-unquote legal way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You buy certain
it's
items.
An official way.
Yeah, exactly. Even though you have the distinction of just buying cosmetics and then buying, well, useful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So even you have Fortnite. It works with the sort of economy it has because it's free to play, but you can buy skins for your character or your weapons or stuff like this.
Mm.
And then you have the more pay-to-win sort of crappy games.
Yeah.
Or with Assassin's Creed, you buy stuff to you buy microtransaction things to get the XP boost to make it go a bit easier to play the game.
You buy to get good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did we learn? Once again, the Chinese ruined the global economy.
Industrious fuckers, aren't they?
Indeed.
So
Struggling.
yeah, and we still haven't really gotten into the whole debacle of the, well, it's not the current state for like that. Well, it is the current state, but it's been like this for a long time with the politics in gaming journalism.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like it only gets worse and worse and worse.
Well, since these, pardon my French, cunts keep doubling down, then yeah.
Well, I guess cunts are twofold, but
I suppose.
Flop, flop.
Flop, flop. Like I said, since these people are just doubling down, we're never gonna get rid of that.
No, well, we're not gonna get rid of it as long as we keep going back to them.
Pandering to them.
Yeah, but then again, we also have, for example, we have exclusively games coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Which is supposed to be a site without politics.
Here's to hoping.
Yeah. I have high hopes for this.
Yeah.
And then put it in comparison to Eurogames.
Mm-hmm.
Or Polygon or Kotaku.
Yeah.
Or any of those. Because they only fuel their stuff with politics.
Exactly.
When was the last time you actually saw a good gaming article on either of these sites?
It was very long time ago.
The only
pre-Gamergate.
Very
long.
Well, there are some certain stuff that I do think is good, even though I might not like the person in himself, Jason Schreier.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does good writing, actually, but at the same time, he also lets his politics go through, and that annoys me.
Yeah, people have that issue nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I have my views and stuff, but when it comes to gaming, the more important thing is it a good game? Does the mechanics work? Is the story engaging?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really interested in the sexuality of the characters, or if the enemy is a right-wing supremacist of some sort. It's like, is he a good antagonist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no. And then, sure, everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah.
And that's also something I think we need to really keep in mind, that when reading a review, it's only the opinion of the writer.
Yeah.
It doesn't really say whether the game is good or bad in itself.
No, it's not an almighty, an objective view upon the whole.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that might be objective. It's like, does the game glitch?
Yeah.
That's kind of objective. Yes, no. But the experience of, like, oh, I think this is a hard game and thus it's bad. Well, don't play Dark Souls then.
Get good.
Yeah. Or get better at Cuphead.
Yeah, you still need to finish that tutorial.
Speaking of hard things.
My dick.
Yo, dick.
Yeah.
No, but I don't remember who made the review of Ace Combat 7.
Mm-hmm.
And someone, if it was the producer, well, there was someone connected to the game who was so disappointed because the reviewer used the easy controls and still couldn't really get it. It's like, Whoa, dude.
Oh my goodness.
And I heard something about there was complaints that there was so little by instruction, just some small panel just telling you which button did what, and then nothing. That's the way gaming tutorials have been done for a long, long time.
Yeah.
That's also the beauty of gaming. You can actually try and learn by doing. Trial by error.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, if I push on this button, what does it do? Okay, fire missile. If I pull on this lever, what does it do? Oh, I crashed. Now I know. Let's try again.
Yeah.
You don't have to succeed from the beginning. You are allowed to fail.
I died.
Yeah, and sure. For some reason, I just keep getting the image of the Cuphead tutorial. It's
painful.
It's really intuitive what to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't go forward, try going back a bit and then see if you can do something different. Not try the same thing over and over again.
Try to force it to bend it to your will. That's not how games work.
No. Because you need to adapt. You need to see what works, what doesn't work. Unless you actually can just go for a microtransaction and open up the doors.
Bend to my will, stupid game!
Yeah. I feel like I'm losing track.
You're losing your mind, that's what you do.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of myself of becoming a sports reviewer. I don't know anything about sports, but I'm figuring I can do this. I just have to...
Well, they're kicking the ball. Look at that. Now they're fighting again for the ball.
He must be a sexist. I see, I can do that too.
Yeah. Hell.
Oh, look. He kicked the ball again. It's in the net. That apparently...
And people are cheering for some reason. I don't understand. I guess
it counts for massive applause for some reason. Good game, people. Super easy. I can do this.
Yeah.
We should riff sport. That's what we should do.
Yeah. I can't be bothered with sports.
That's what I think about riffing it. Just sitting there, having no idea what the hell's going on.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, usually that is what happens when I look at sports. It's like, what? Why are they doing this? How come that's going there?
But now we should do it online. Next stream, who knows?
Nah, we still need to kill Nazis.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah. Punch some people in the face. But, killing real Nazis. The real kind.
The fuck are you, Antifa? Go away. We're with filth.
No. Congregation of filth.
Oh, fine. Pestilence. Yeah, but jokes aside, I feel I've been doing a long rant on this one, but
yeah. But I think we just said what we need to say.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on this?
Cunts fucked.
Yeah. Okay.
See, short and easy, just like me.
Short, yes. Easy,
You couldn't afford me anyway.
You wish. Military fairy.
It's like, how would you describe your first kiss? Well, it's like being thrown in the water at swimming school. Wet and unwilling. I think we...
I'm quite disturbed. I'm gonna go away now.
All right. Oh.
You go play with your Skaven. Yeah. Anyways, it's just a teeny tiny rant.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think. Is the metaphorically cunt fucked, or do you think there is some hope for the gaming industry and gaming journalism?
Convince me.
Exactly.
Say I'm wrong. Wait.
Tell us on Twitter. Leave a comment on whenever the YouTube video comes up.
Yeah.
And, stuff like this.
Yeah.
You can find us on Twitter at DRH Podcast.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, your nearest glory hole, all that.
You're a glory hole.
Hey.
Anyways, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Ta-ta.
Bye. eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon. Surely is good.